So she's safely through. Belinda Bencic has won a title already this year in the Adelaide event that took place last week. She won easily today. Wins too for Arina Sabalenka, Caroline Garcia, Leylah Fernandez. Yeah, most of the top women avoiding the banana skins at this early stage of the championships.
Yeah, booking their place in the second round. But have a little listen to what Ons Jabeur had to say, having made her way through.
Yeah, it was a very tough match. I mean, I wasn't playing very well, and she was putting a lot of pressure on me. I know she's a player that doesn't give up and brings every ball in. So I was pretty frustrated, but I'm glad that I let it out, in the second set. I just told myself to be number 2 in the world and just win this match, And
then wrapping up the day on the Rod Laver Arena was Novak Djokovic, the overwhelming favourite, Russ, coming into the Australian Open. But there's that heavy strapping on his left thigh that we're all starting to focus on.
Yes, it's very obvious because he was wearing blue and the strapping was quite thick and quite deep and very white. And I think you felt, didn't you, Gigi, in that second set in particular, in a match he won in straight sets against Roberto Carballes Baena, dropping only 4 points as he won the third set by 6 games to love, that he was limping slightly?
There was a couple of points when he did pull up. It was something that was noticed as well by Mark Woodford, who I was commentating with. Now, Novak Djokovic, he can be dramatic when he's not feeling entirely comfortable. I don't want to say he makes a meal of things, but you can see a little bit of drama out there. But there were definitely a couple of occasions when he pulled up, once off the serve and once when he didn't want to stretch out wide. How many times have we seen him going into that splits or semi-splits position? So it definitely feels like he's nursing something, which I think is why it was so important that he got the job done in straight sets.
But he looked terrific, didn't he? Especially in that third set, and the ovation he received from the Rod Laver Arena crowd. It feels like this story is no longer a story, but this was his first match at the Australian Open since being deported almost 365 days ago. Quite a few Serb fans in the arena, but it must have brought almost a tear to his eye, because it really was a wonderfully, wonderfully warm ovation.
And here's what Djokovic had to say after his win.
Well, I guess the more you win on a certain court, the more comfortable and confident you feel every next time you step on it. That's probably one of the reasons, I've been fortunate to win a lot of matches on this court, particularly in the night sessions. And, if I have to choose one court and conditions, it would be night session on the Rod Laver Arena all night long, definitely.
So that concludes the main storylines from a very busy day 2 that wasn't completed. The heat rule is enforced during the day, unsafe conditions. The rain spoiled the rest of the day, so it is going to be a bumper day 3 at the Australian Open.
Our thanks to Gigi and also to Russell, and much more on the day's play and what we can look forward to on Wednesday, right now on the BBC Sport website. This is Sport Today. We're going to be focusing on the NFL next. There will be no 8th Super Bowl for Tom Brady this season after his Tampa Bay Buccaneers were beaten in the final wildcard playoff match by the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys scoring 5 touchdowns to help them comfortably defeat the Buccaneers 31 points to 18. After the game, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott said the win was helped following a strong performance from the Cowboys defense.
After the first 2 possessions, without them going to do what they do, creating those 3 and outs and just giving us the ball right back, it could be a different story. So, as you said, complimentary football. And that's the way it's been when this team is on fire. And when this team is on, they make stops, we go and turn into points, and just got to continue to build off of that. And when we're able to do that, tough team to beat.
Well, joining us on Sport Today is Sam Fortier, NFL writer for the Washington Post. Hi, Sam. What did you make of the Cowboys' win?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting and unexpected to see the Dallas Cowboys moving on and Tom Brady going home, especially in the first round of the playoffs. Tom Brady, obviously one of the most accomplished quarterbacks in NFL history, and he had not been shut out in the first half of a playoff game since 2001, his first playoff start against the Oakland Raiders. So a role reversal, certainly in the first round.
That wasn't a complete performance for the Cowboys, was it? Their kicker missing 4 pats, that's points after touchdowns. And Cowboys owner Jerry Jones asked after the game if he was going to bring in a new kicker before the next playoff match, and he said no. But how concerning were those misses?
Very concerning. No kicker in NFL history, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, has ever missed 4 PATs in a single game. I mean, there's been, guys that have gone 1 for 4. There are guys that have missed 3, but for 4 point after attempts to miss is really unheard of, and particularly because Brett Maher was really one of the better kickers in the NFL this season. He led the league in 50-yard plus field goals. He only missed 3 PATs the entire year. He was 29 for 32. So this was really inexplicable. He made his 5th one, so he ended on a positive note, but it was really a historic struggle for him.
Stay with us. We're going to listen, Sam, to a little bit of Tom Brady. We know he won't be involved in the postseason after this point. 45 years of age, didn't play especially well perhaps, retired last season, then went back on that decision. Let's hear what he had to say after last night's defeat.
I'm going to go home and get a good night's sleep as good as I can tonight.
Or when you want to take a step out? I mean, that was first.
No, I'm not. This has been a lot of focus on, this game. So, yeah, it's just be one day at a time, truly.
One day at a time is what the man himself has to say. Sam, what do we think might be next for him, though?
It's a great question. I'm not sure if he even knows at this point. Obviously, he went through a very public divorce with his wife, in part, as we understand it, because he returned to football this last offseason, something that they had been talking about for years. So is he going to retire now? I don't know. I don't think that he knows. But even if he does not retire, will he be back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? That is a big question as well, because he will be a free agent. He could do what he did in 2020, which is go find a team with a good defense, with some skill players, and try to make another run at the Super Bowl, whether that be the Las Vegas Raiders or the San Francisco 49ers or some of those other teams. He certainly has a lot of options to consider.
And does he still have those options? Because obviously people sort of plugging back into the NFL once a year around the Super Bowl might think he's astonishing, he's incredible, he's Tom Brady, and a bad game or two doesn't make you a bad player. But would there still be that appetite, do you think, for teams to want to bring him into their franchise?
I do think there would be, not only because of who he is as a player, but also, just the attention and respect, I think that he commands around the league. He is a huge draw. I think owners will always be attracted to something like that. But also, I think the Buccaneers, while they were not, particularly good this year, I think the narrative that Tom Brady is old and he's washed, while there is some truth to it, I think it may have been overstated. There was a lot of things that changed about that offense following the departure of Coach Bruce Arians. They threw a lot, but they did not throw deep. They were the worst running team in the NFL. So I do think Tom Brady still has the capacity to make some of the throws and obviously be the field general that would elevate a franchise.
And finally, and briefly, Sam, what has Wildcard Weekend told us about who might make it all the way to the Super Bowl? Who do you think we'll see in the Super Bowl, and has this weekend changed your mind at all?
I think that there were some incredibly exciting finishes, but I don't know that anyone has dethroned the favorite, at least in the AFC. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, I think, are still probably the team to knock off. And in the NFC, I think the San Francisco 49ers really made a statement. They had probably, obviously other than the Dallas-Tampa Bay game, the only game that was not, competitive to the final seconds. They look like an absolute juggernaut.
Sam Fortier, many thanks for joining us on Sport Today.
Of course. Thank you for having me, guys.
That's Sam Fortier, NFL writer with the Washington Post. We're going to end with rugby union. Jamaica are aiming to have a male and female team competing at the Olympics and the World Cup. That is according to the team manager of the national side, Houghton Campbell. Campbell was speaking at the inaugural Rugby Blacklist, an awards ceremony celebrating the work of black people in the sport of rugby union here in the UK. He won the award for Community Leader, recognising his work engaging young people and introducing them to rugby. Sport Today's Isaac Fannin asked Campbell how he's trying to grow the sport in Jamaica.
The biggest thing we've had to do is to try and change the profile. So whereas in the UK we have all our profile players getting media attention at all times, in Jamaica it's probably 4th, 5th down the list, behind handball or something like that. But there are prime athletes that are really keen to be involved in rugby. So the union itself exists in Jamaica and they do a good job.
Omega Radio just presented the BBC Sports Today. It was sponsored by Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly, and Hawkeye Electronic Security, securing what matters most.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert. sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Stay informed and follow advice given by your healthcare provider. Stay informed on the latest developments about COVID-19. Follow advice given by your healthcare provider, your national and local public health authority, or your employer on how to protect yourself and others from COVID-19. National and local authorities will have the most up-to-date information on whether COVID-19 is spreading in your area. They are best placed to advise on what people in your area should be doing to protect themselves.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
It's now time for Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio. Call us and let us have a discussion.
All right, greetings and salutations and welcome to another episode of the Sports Desk. The numbers 876-968-8117 and we implore you to call and let your voice be heard.
All right, Lenny Hyde now. There's an issue out there with Lenny Hyde. He was fired by his team, as we spoke about it for a short time yesterday. But that's not what I want to talk about. I'm getting to understand that now. Lenny Hyde, that's why I tell you that something is wrong with Jamaica, how we operate. Lenny Hyde, as a club, is a professional club he's the manager for. He has some players who are schoolboy players. Lenny Hyde was the coach of the All Da Costa Cup team. Mm-hmm. Lenny Hyde has a professional game on Sunday. And Lenny Hyde had the professional players who is supposed to play on Sunday for the Chapperton team playing in the All Manning Da Costa Cup.
On the Saturday.
This is absolutely a joke, my boss. Why it doesn't happen anywhere else in the world? That cannot be. Me not playing them. Unless you take the man and professional thing for a joke. You have an important game on Sunday. These are your key players. And there's a Bush League game. Because it is just an exhibition joke game. And you're playing these players on the Saturday evening.
Is it a Bush League?
It's a nothing game. What kind of game it is? It's going to help you with your development. It is more important for the players to play at the highest level in the country. So why are they playing in that game when you know these players will be representing you? Because you came out and say you're short of players, because of the rule catch. I didn't realize, So Lenny Hyde went into that game on the Sunday, with 13 players overall, Having played some of these players in a match Saturday, Second half now, them dead by them feet and them get 3 love. All goals conceded in the second half. So when the other team made 4 changes in the second half to freshen up their team and just kill them tired.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand Lenny Hyde. Lenny Hyde should have said that out time out, man. I know that. Lenny Hyde, you're wrong for do that, my boss.
Which are the games do you think the players would prefer to play?
It's not what the players prefer. It's what the coach should do, Orville, as a professional. You are being paid. Did this happen him to coach the All Manning and the Casa Cup team? He's being paid a monthly salary to coach the Chapterton Maroons. He should have their interest at heart. So
I get that. I
don't understand the decision at all.
I get that side. But the All Da Costa team versus All Manning is not Bush League for me though. That's just where my head is at.
So what is the bigger and more important game for a footballer?
The All League game for me.
For a footballer? That can't help you to develop.
I believe that for the Chapperton schoolboys, for the Clarendon schoolboys, they see the All Manning as a bigger game for them. And I, as a coach, would see it as a bigger game. It's a final. There's a lot more at stake than a regular.
There's a lot at stake for the exhibition game?
Yeah.
Orville, me, Christopher Zidane Matthews, who is a football, guinea gang, watch 20 minutes of that game. The stadium was empty, Orville. Me not hear nobody discussing in the street. What big game you talking about?
you don't think All Manning carry more prestige than a routine game in the Premier League?
They take out the entire team in one half.
Well,
how is it a big game? When you go and change out it means that even Lenny Hyde doesn't see the game as all that of a game. They shouldn't be playing in the first place. It is unprofessional.
I understand that side as well.
You're not going to see no top club in any other country in the world, and we want to qualify for World Cup, have a professional game. And the coach, if it was another coach, I could understand, but the coach who is in charge of the Premier League team is playing the players in the exhibition game the day before a game. It is unacceptable. This we can't take with Jamaica football.
I get your point.
Why was so big interested in playing against among each other? The top players them at schoolboy level want to play amongst each other. It's not going to help your people. It's not going to help you with the development. By the way, them call a little training squad and whispers in it.
Yeah.
The coach, Halgrave. So they're going to train today and tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, some little Premier League players and you have called whispers.
A local squad?
A local squad too.
How many people? I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, man. I think it's 20 something.
Okay.
And whispers are part of it. So that is good.
All right. Who we have to start the show? Carl? This Carl we have.
Hello?
Yes, Carl. How you do?
Man, good evening.
Yeah, man.
How are you?
But not too bad.
Orville, the link up on the 28th.
Yes.
Is whose link up it is? Is your link up the Sports Desk link up or what? What is?
It's the Orville against link up.
It's Orville against link up. Okay, so Zidane we have a link up different?
What?
No, Orville, the reason why I'm asking, I don't want you to take it anything, because the two of you also showed it.
It's not a Sports Desk link up.
No, but you say you use Sports Desk to reach out to the masses. Oh. So I'm just wondering, because I saw this the poster with you alone. I thought it would be you and Zidane, but okay, you say it's your one. So I'm going to ask Zidane now. Zidane, will you be having a thing? Because last week during the voting, I heard you telling people, I encourage people to come. So I thought it was the both of you something. Now that I understand now, because a lot of people is asking the same thing, So I think, Orville, you should have come out and tell somebody it's your personal thing, it's not the Sports Desk. Although you're using the Sports Desk medium to reach out to the masses of people.
It's not a Sports Desk event, my boss, and there's a whole lot of reason why I didn't go that route. But leave it as it is.
No, but so fine. So Zidane, you're going to have a Sports Desk. You're going to have a link up to, because clearly this is Orville own.
No, I don't keep link up.
Okay.
Personally, no.
So it's just Orville something like this. Okay. Over people thought it was just the both of you something, but no, I understand. Thank you very much.
All right, Carl. Who do we have now? Bull.
Big up, man. Then big up.
Big up, Bull.
Then.
Hold on, Bull. All of us don't know. Me say one man text me and say the JPL is a joke league, boss. So what is the exhibition game? The Manning and Oliver, whatever they.
Yeah, me the man talk about it. Just want to chime in a little bit, You understand?
Yes.
Lenny had blunder, and him can't back on a blunder there. Him in charge of both teams. Him area the rules. Know who can play, who can't play. So when you set out the youth to go play on Saturday, then you would have known that, based on the rules, this is the repercussions. You understand? So
yeah. No, but if me appear, you have good money for coach my Premier League team, my boss. You must have to look out for my interest, my boss. You don't get no money for coach the All Manning and the Costa Cup team.
And also...
And we are struggle. And at the same players they want to come use now the Sunday morning. It's a joke.
All right, here's something which somebody just texted me. That the All Manning, All the Costa game was used to pick the all-school squad for the tournament in the USA this month. So all the players were keen to play. What are the
Lenny, we're not talking about the players, Orville. No, but it no matter about the players, I'm saying Lenny Hyde is the coach of the Chapelton Maroons team, my boss.
I can understand that side, but I can understand why the players would want to play.
Orville, you believe that after a player have played about 15 to 20 games in our tournament, this is schoolboy football. One game will decide who made the
Yeah, good point.
Whether I believe that or not.
Like for example, there's some must pick.
There's some must. No, what we do.
Where there?
Hold
on, Bull. You make the point. It's a very good question. Were there extra scouts at that game? That wouldn't have been there for the other games.
I put it to you that no serious coach will be saying this is the game at the competition.
No. But that's not what. Lord have mercy, Bull. Were there scouts at this All the Costa?
I can't tell if there are scouts or not.
What if there were scouts at that game in particular that weren't there at the other schoolboy game?
But these scouts would have seen clippings, images, and
a performance in that game because they're there now.
Then Orville, why they take them all of them off at half?
Then why? Exactly.
Maybe
you give the scout only 45 minutes.
Maybe not because you want to expose to as many people as possible. Well, I'm not saying I don't understand the other side. I just don't think it's a what you call it now. I think it's a game.
It's a joke game.
The All Manning is a joke game.
It was.
If the game was if the game had 5 substitutes, and them something now, you know, say it's a serious game this. But if a game I gonna have limited substitution, that's friendly.
It's a joke game.
It's a joke game about.
Unlimited substitution. Some man a play for you're telling me that they want to look, for instance, the player that play for St. Catherine and play for Racing. What's his name? Elf. I don't think he played enough.
I think the bigger argument is that you're asking people to play Saturday and then asking them to play Sunday.
It's a joke.
That now for me is where the real issue is. But to want your players to play in the all-manning game against Aldi, honestly, I can understand why.
Listen,
the all-manning wasn't even known about it. It wasn't on the schedule at the start of the season.
Well,
it's not a big deal.
That too.
Here we're going to know. On the point of person saying people using this game to scout, rubbish.
No, I don't know. I'm asking, you know.
I'm saying the point. Understand? In today's world, where scouts are seeing these players on videos, they must see them regularly. Nobody's using one game to judge no player.
No, but all I'm saying, Bull, whether or not that is, if there were scouts there, and I'm not even sure, I can make some calls and find out. It means that the scouts would still be using that game to help make some decisions.
But they would have already had a profile and all of these.
So why were they there then? Assuming that they were there. Why would they be there if they had made up their minds before?
I haven't said that they have made up their minds.
So that means even if this game is 30% or 20% of the reason why a youth would get scouted.
No, but here's the question.
The fact that I said
no, but hold on. Here's the question.
Yeah.
This game was not on the calendar.
Right.
It must have been a week or maybe even 3 days because they had planned a game. Some Trinidad team was coming.
I've never heard about it before.
So this game was not on the calendar. So how would the scouts know that the game would be
played?
Maybe
we're shooting in the dark.
Yeah.
I'd love to know whether scouts were at the game.
I think scouts were there. That's what I'm understanding. But I'm saying the scouts probably are here
already,
but not necessarily for the game because the game was not on the calendar.
What other reasons would the scouts?
No, scout players, footballers,
young school players. But which other schoolboy game would there be to scout them? Huh?
You're looking at players all the time.
Yeah, but I'm saying the schoolboy season is over. The Manning Cup done, the D Cup done, the Olivia Shield done. That means if scouts are still here to see schoolboys, then this is the game that they would be here to see.
No, maybe he's not here to see schoolboys, but the top players.
But were they at the game then? You said the mere fact that scouts, international scouts, were at the game, it means that it is not a bush league.
When I think scouts come to see 45 minutes of a player to pick up. That doesn't happen.
Do you think that Major League is a bush league?
Relative to the Premier League, yeah.
Okay. Scouts was at a Major League game and I was.
Fine, but I'm saying the all-manning game in the context of schoolboy football cannot be a bush league game for me.
It's a bush league game.
I don't see how we are putting together the very best set of footballers in the country. The very best rural players versus the very best of the Manning Cup football. You say if the all-manning game is a bush league, then a lot of the other preliminary games in the tournament would be.
What's your thoughts on the NBA All-Star game?
Bush league.
Nothing to be taken serious.
But the best players in the NBA plays in the tournament.
But it is not a serious game.
The same thing like this.
No, I think unless all-manning over the years has lost.
No, man, no.
But Aldi versus all-manning was somewhere.
You're going back Orville.
Well, no.
You're talking about no.
You see, in my time, when I youth even met the Aldi team, our Mannings, when Sean Rodney get called to Aldi, it was a big. So all-manning don't mean nothing to the youth.
Clearly not Orville. It has been around for a while. It has been missing, and it wasn't even on the calendar even this year. It's late.
Maybe me over-assume the importance of that.
Yeah, man. Hold the line, but we'll take the break and we'll finish up with you after the break. Visit Hepburn Glass Supplies Limited at 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. With over 10 years experience, we provide customized aluminum windows and doors. We are distributors of float and laminated glass and mirrors. We pride ourselves on precise and accurate cuttings with same-day experience. Call or WhatsApp 876-908-0962 or 876-773-4799. Quality service is our priority.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
29 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Get quality cars from Acorn Sales Auto Limited, located at Lot 53 West Tradeway, Portmore Town Centre. Need a car from Japan? or United Kingdom or special order, call 876-616-4777 or WhatsApp 876-333-5555. They assist with registration, transfer and license. Just visit Acorn Sales Auto at Lot 53 West Tradeway, Portmore Town Centre for quality cars at competitive prices.
This is your Gatorade moment. The extra energy, push, fuel you need to take every day to the next level. Fluids to hydrate, electrolytes to replenish, and carbohydrates to fuel. The greats never settle. Fuel your day with Gatorade, the greatest sports fuel of all time. Now available in 1 liter.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports call-in show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
All right, Bull. Yes, Bull. Finish up with the last minute.
I have a point one. Did I ever talk to you about this coach of Man United, the man big brother?
Ten Hag.
Yeah, man, him big man.
He used to do a Pep, don't Bayern Munich with Pep.
The don't buy push.
Eh? Maybe do what with the answer my question, sir.
He used to coach I think he used to coach at the B team, and Pep used to coach the A team.
Yeah, when Pep was at Bayern Munich, yes, the Pep influence big.
When I see the man stuck Fred for Kevin De Bruyne, and I say, you know, so the coach a big.
It's a long time I don't see a man put a man marker.
The last time I saw a man marker
at that level.
In the Premier League, you know, was under era versus Hazard, you know.
Yes.
That's the last time I saw a man marking job. But also, you know, Zidane, what people are not realize, you know, the man have Bruno Fernandes playing on the right hand side, you know. Then we see him switch it, you know. But I personally believe that Pep play too much man half farm like that game. They look you have to play that. Rico Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Him is the man that Pep said change the game when he come on again.
Yes.
And Pep got the experience. So it's a Kyle Walker and them man in the fan enough for him. But the goal more talk about still, you know, the outside goal, a big outside that I don't understand how the man inside that.
Yeah, man, the referees got it wrong.
A bigger, even though he not touch the ball, but he affect the play.
He chased it down, got over it, and was attempting. And at the last minute, him say, "Yo, man, I better shoot this now."
And Bruno shot him, and him left it, and Bruno kick it, you know.
It seems so.
Yeah.
All right, big outside that.
Yeah, man. All right, boy.
All right.
By the way, I get to see the replay. That was an offside goal.
Yes, indeed, man.
No 2 ways about that.
All right, the lines are revealed. All right, another topic now. So LeBron James is on the verge of breaking his all-time record. A long standing. I think it is 40 odd years it's been around now.
Mm-hmm.
And the LeBron James hater them come like them going crazy all over the place, Orville. We don't understand these people trying to water down the achievement.
Yeah. Who was it who called yesterday? Are you not talking about that yesterday?
Somebody called about it yesterday. I never remember.
And was giving us the quote. Was it Preacher?
Oh yes, Sports Preacher.
Yeah.
Preacher. It's clearly one of the greatest records in NBA history.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not the end all and be all. It's not going to determine if you're greater than Michael Jordan, but to achieve, for you to be dominant for so long, because you have to be great for very, very long to achieve this record. You know? It has been there for 40 odd years, people.
So what are people saying now?
It is not a big deal.
It is.
I know a prominent caller to this program who is arguing at length to try and convince people that LeBron James breaking the all-time scoring record in NBA history is not a big deal.
Really?
And people are following him.
To be the leading scorer in NBA history is not a big deal?
Yes, I know somebody's arguing that says a meal is a little thing.
Man, tell it. Or is it because them things said by doing that, his credentials go and get a little bit closer to
Of course it will. Some people who had it maybe tie would maybe lean towards LeBron James now when they look at the achievements. I don't know if that's the reason, but it's clearly a big deal. The all-time leading goal scorer in Champions League history is a big deal. The all-time Sachin Tendulkar being the all-time test run scorer is a big deal. Even if you don't want to think that it is the greatest thing to achieve in test cricket.
Well said, Sam.
It's still a big deal, yeah.
Indeed. Brian Lara scored the most runs by a West Indies, and it's a big deal. As a matter of fact, you have some people said that's why the West Indies board didn't want Shandapal to play on any longer.
Because they want Lara to maintain that.
Shandapal is few runs away from the most runs as a West Indies.
Yes.
So it is a big deal. Whether it is the biggest of deals is another argument. But clearly. All right, people, come back to us. 876-968-8117. 876-968-8117. I've probably been a little out of touch with Zidane with this all the Manning thing. But So maybe I'm dating myself now. But Aldi was a big thing back in the
I
day.
remember growing up, yes.
It's no longer like that.
No, obviously not. When last you see it?
Because when last it has been kept.
There you go.
It hasn't been kept for a while. But the organizers, one of the reasons why they put it on is because people have been asking for it. People want, is a game that I think, well, yes, nobody was at the stadium.
Not really.
But I get, but
when I used to hear that, it used to jam
yes,
the stadium.
it used to be a game. But guess what? I've seen Manning Cup final and the Costa Cup final attracting more spectators than the Olivier Shield. And the Olivier Shield is supposedly a bigger game. So it's interesting. All right, G-Star.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, G-Star.
Yeah, man. First and foremost, I want to congratulate the current caller of the year, Mr. Economist.
Yeah.
Who, the brilliant economist. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
And to everybody that voted for G-Star, especially the young lady, Antoinette.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all.
But G-Star, you're a hit with the ladies, man.
I try. Here one, no. I want to comment on which one's a big deal and which one is the zinger combo, right? We're talking about LeBron James breaking the all-time leading record in the history of the NBA.
Yes.
The NBA has been around, let's just say since about 1945. Don't quote me on that, but somewhere around there, right?
Yes.
So how much is that? 55 plus 20? So basically, they had a 75-year anniversary.
Yes, wonderful.
Last year, right?
Yes, it's 76 years now.
Yes, I know. It's 76 years. Now, can you imagine, gentlemen, an 18-year-old youth from Akron, Ohio, born, his mother was 16 years old, then apparently they move around. Everybody has a story, gentlemen. Don't get it twisted. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has a story. Michael Jordan has a story. But I'm saying from a youth to go where you are, the journey that you had to do, playing in all these AAU games when you're 12 years old, all the way, I think he skipped college, so he went to St. Vincent, St. Mary, get into the league, and then I actually remember LeBron's debut versus the Sacramento Kings, right? And I think he had like 20.5 assists, 5 rebounds or something like that. But my point is, like 20 years later, he's about to break the all-time scoring list. He's about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's a record that nobody really thought that would be touched till.
Yes, I heard NBA analysts saying that that's it because nobody will be that good for so long to achieve this feat.
Exactly, and so the fact that if LeBron James,
how long did Kareem take to get the scoring record?
Well, I think
how many games and how many years?
Well, he was in the league for what, 22 years. I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but I think LeBron James is going at a faster pace. If you look at LeBron James' average per game throughout his career.
Okay.
No, but here's the thing, now, gentlemen. As long as I've been watching basketball, right? This is the record that is out there. This is the record that people talk about. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. In fact, we always see, maybe once every 2 years or once a year, we see the image of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar breaking the record.
Yes.
Magic Johnson giving him a liquor pass.
Yeah, man.
And do a sky hook. And then put him 2 hands up in the air. It was a very big deal. So I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan,
We know. You don't have to tell us that. You're just being objective.
But you see, when people are trying to water down a record that has taken basically the man's lifetime to achieve,
yes,
I can't respect that. You understand?
No, you can't go around that.
Because you have to give respect where respect is due. LeBron James, sure, he's not the greatest of all times. Him passing this is not going to be the greatest of all time. But here's something very interesting about LeBron James now. LeBron James is currently sits at 6th in the all-time assist mark. 6th, right? He has passed Magic Johnson for the all-time assists. By the end of the season, LeBron James, he's going to be 3rd in the all-time assist mark. He'll be the only person who is top 10 in assists and top 10 in points. But he's going to be number 1 in points, and he's going to be number 3 in assists.
Yes.
Now, how can that not be a very, 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 very big deal?
Yes.
Here's one of my things, gentlemen. This argument that I hear about stat padding. Sometimes I don't understand what stat padding means, and I need to explain what it means.
All right, stop. Let me give you an example.
I can understand after a game is lost. 5-6 minutes to go, their team is being blown out and you can't win a game and the superstars stay on the field and start getting some balls.
That's that padding.
Yeah, but I don't know that a lot of what LeBron James is doing is in that context.
Well,
not this season at all.
No,
Our last season.
No, I don't think so either. But here's what I'll say to that. Everybody's stat pads. Everybody's stat pads,
Yes.
You understand? When you imagine Mr. Higgins, let's just look at football.
Yeah.
Your team is up 4 goals and you're the striker. You don't want the next goal.
Oh yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That's what I play for.
So say 4 love down, you still want 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
4 love down, you still want, the game is over, but you still want your goal.
Yes.
Right? You know the game is over, but you still want to feel a little nice.
That's what drives them, boss. You want to always be scoring, no matter what.
Exactly. That's stat padding, but everybody's stat pads. Everybody wants a little extra. That's just how it goes.
The NBA has the NBA. You know why stats padding is a bigger deal in the NBA than in some other sport?
Why?
Because for whatever reason, the NBA has this long-standing tradition that in the last minute or two you don't score you don't. Well, maybe not minute or two. Maybe the last possession, the last 24 seconds. If your team already winning the game, you bounce the ball out
even if it's a violation.
Okay.
And that's a tradition of NBA that is that them almost look down on you if you're leading by 15 and in the last 24 seconds you score.
What I want you to look at the other side.
Yeah.
Aren't they trying to score?
No man, when them bounce the ball, just bounce it.
No, the team was losing, getting blown out by 20.
They are trying to score.
Yeah.
Oh, I see the point you're making.
The 12th man on the bench, him wanting 2 points.
But the leading team should not be scoring with 24 seconds to go.
No, they're not going to score. Let's look at Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was stat padding to get his triple doubles. All right, let me give you another example of stat padding. Right? You have Mr. Higgins. You have 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. It's a blowout. There's 4 minutes left in the game. You know what the coach is going to do? They're going to leave you in the game. Even though you're the superstar now, they're going to leave you in the game so you can get that 1 assist or that 1 rebound so you can get your triple-double.
Okay.
You know why? Because everybody loves stats. If you don't love stats, then you shouldn't be playing the game. You understand what I'm saying? Dennis Rodman himself. When Dennis Rodman scores like 2 points, Dennis Rodman goes crazy, and he's a rebounder. Everybody loves to score. Everybody loves blocks. Everybody loves assists. That is why you play the game. Because you know why, Mr. Higgins? It makes you feel good, believe it or not. When you score a basket, it makes you feel good. When you get a block, it makes you feel good. It gives you energy.
Okay. All right, boss.
All right?
Yeah, man.
All right, big up.
By the way, we're coming to... We're doing the...
Just bet.
Just bet. Yeah. So, Faithful, the Just bet comes up. So, you have 2 minutes exact.
Faithful?
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, man.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Father, as I said, the sportsman has spoken of the
You're using a different phone with Faithful?
What do you mean?
You don't sound like now, man.
Anyway, the sportsman has spoken my award to come down Friday. When we do my assessment, then we defer the manner. When somebody's getting better over what man career, based on his achievement. We need the 2020 and all these things. I think it's most qualified, but I know you have a different. You can just say
why your line not sound good enough, Faithful?
That's what I'm telling you.
Hang up and call us back. We're going to Just bet, and if you can get back through, but the line not supposed to.
Horrible, man. Horrible line today, Faithful. Call us back at 1:45.
Yeah.
I will take a break. We're coming.
Underage gambling is illegal. You can be fined or imprisoned for enabling a minor to engage in gambling activities. Call Crime Stop at 311 to report illegal gambling. The time by the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Commission is
1:30. Home is where the heart is. Let Dunn's Fine Furniture and Decor warm your home and your heart with their beautiful lighting and home decor items. Visit 59 3/4 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10 or call 754-2921. The temperature by Dunn's Fine Furniture and Decor is
29 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Omega Radio now presents Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Edgechem, Fosrich Group of Companies, Enibet, and Dangel's Auto Spares and Accessories.
Dak Prescott upstaged 7-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady as the Dallas Cowboys dumped the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of this season's playoffs. The Bucs qualified for the postseason despite Brady having the first losing season of his 23-year career. But their luck ran out as Prescott passed for 4 touchdowns and rushed for another as Dallas earned a first away win in the playoffs since 1993. After leading 18-0 at halftime, Dallas eased home for a 31-14 win. That's sports in a minute. Omega Radio has just presented Sports in a Minute, sponsored by EdgeChem for people who dream in color. Fosrich, we open on Sundays with special discounts on all items in store. Solar floodlights, water heaters, conduits, and more. Or visit fosrich.com and shop. Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly. And Dangel Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue in Kingston. Are you looking for parts for your Kia or Hyundai? Then search no more. Visit Garden Motor Trend at 36 Malines Road, shop number 14 upstairs. Great prices and great service await you. Call 876-324-7441 or 876-678-1849. That's Garden Motor Trend for your Kia and Hyundai parts. At 36 Malines Road, you'll be glad you did. We go all the way for you.
This is your Gatorade moment. The extra energy, push, fuel you need to take every day to the next level. Fluids to hydrate, electrolytes to replenish, and carbohydrates to fuel. The greats never settle. Fuel your day with Gatorade, the greatest sports fuel of all time. Now available in 1 liter.
Shop with Hilo, it's so easy, no hassle, no more long lines. Shop with Hilo, Hilo online delivers to your door. Shop safe and secure when you're online. Debit card, credit card, pay online. And if you're busy all day, Hilo makes it easy.
Now you can download the Hilo app, visit HiloFoodStoresJA.com and pay for your foods online using a debit or credit card, locally or overseas, and have them delivered from select locations in Jamaica.
Hilo, it's so easy, pay and it's done with Hilo online. Shop with Hilo, Hilo at your fingertips.
Just Bet! It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game. From Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. Just Bet! All right, then time for Just Bet. And Jesse Blake joins us. Hi, Jesse. Hello? All right, we're trying to get Jesse Blake as we speak. Jesse Blake with the Just Bet Winner's Edge. Understand we have him now. Hi, Jesse.
Excuse me.
Hello?
Hey. Yeah, man, I'm here, man. How you do?
Boy, you sound like you're a little bit, well, what is it?
No, well
what ails you?
Let me put it this way. Just a slight, a little tadpole in the throat there. And all cleared and ready to go. Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, no.
All right, we get straight to it then.
Yeah, man.
Spanish Copa del Rey, round of 16. Villarreal hosting Real Madrid. How should we wager?
Well, you know, you have a number of ways to wager on either one half of football or willing to the dying moments of the game. You can bet on so many different options that we have available. Well, when we are in the winner's edge, we talk about the final result bet option and the correct score betting. Folks, the final result bet option is a simple, straight-up, basic option, while the correct score betting option really gives you a chance to maximize on your winning potential. How that works, if you think that you can predict the correct score of a game, and that is the score at the end of regulation and stoppage time, it can be very lucrative for you. Well, these two teams doing action in the Spanish Copa del Rey on Thursday are looking to avoid some disappointing results that they both have faced. More specifically, Real Madrid, who actually fell to a 3-1 loss to Barcelona in the final of the Spanish Super Cup. They're still smarting from that. Villarreal, slightly better outcome in their last match. They played a 1-1 draw with Celta Vigo in La Liga action. So here we go. Real Madrid favored to win this game at odds of $2.20, according to the JustBet final result bet option. Villarreal come in $2.90, and the draw attracts odds of $3.25. Now, folks, that's the final result bet option, which showcases odds on each team to win and odds on the draw. Let's talk some correct score betting that allows you to make the best return for your betting buck. Truly will not find a better sports betting option in the betting market. Now, you can place a correct score bet on any score that you can dream up that you think will be the likely outcome of the game. Let's look at some of the options available for this matchup, which include if Real Madrid wins 2-1, a $500 bet would net you $4,250 in winnings. If it's Real Madrid by 3 goals to 1, that pays better, $7,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Now for Villarreal, if correct score bets included, they win 2-1, a $500 bet pays $5,000 in winnings. Villarreal 3-0 would pay $8,000 in winnings with a $500 bet. If Villarreal take Los Blancos to a 3-2 correct score victory, a $500 bet on that would pay $13,000 in winnings. And do remember, you can bet on a draw as a correct score bet as well. A 2-all draw in this game nets you $5,000 even for $500 work. Well, Real Madrid on the road, but I think they'll be inspired to get a positive result and head to the semifinals of the Spanish Copa del Rey, the premier knockout football competition in Spain. Real 2 goals to 1, $4,250 in winnings with a $500 bet. I'm taking Real Madrid to win. Healthy odds of $2.20 straight up.
2-1 sounds just about right for me too, Mr. Jesse Blake. So for me, it's also Real Madrid 2 and Villarreal 1 as well.
Yeah, man. I think Los Blancos will be inspired to get the better of Villarreal this time around. Tough outfit, which is why the odds in this one are so close. But however, Real Madrid should be able to pull this one out and advance to the semis.
All right, and the other one that we're looking at is EPL, where Manchester City will welcome Spurs Thursday. Manchester shouldn't make Man U beat them the other day, but a controversial goal was there as well. So, how do you see this one?
Indeed. Ever Bruno Fernandes goals still have City fans hot and red with anger. Here it is that they take on a Tottenham Hotspur team right now who are in a battle themselves. They have one of the final European football spots right now due to Spurs. They're 5th on 33 points, trying to hold off a resurgent Fulham team only 2 points behind. Well, it seems as if that City is losing a bit of firepower to pursue Arsenal at the top of the Premier League. That gap all of 8 points now. City second on 39 points. City is favored to win this game, though, at the odds of $1.33 according to the JustBet final result bet option. The Spurs of Tottenham come in at $7.50 for the upset. Wow. And the draw attracts odds of $5.33. Now, folks, maximize on your winning potential. That's what we all want for our betting book. Correct score betting is the way to go to achieve that. For this game, options include if City wins 3-0, a $500 bet pays $4,600 in winnings. If it's City 3-1, $5,500 on offer with a $500 bet. But the City 4-1 correct score option is even better than that because it pays $9,000 even with a $500 effort. Now for Tottenham Hotspur, correct score bets include if they win 2-1, a $500 bet pays $11,500 in winnings. If it's a 2-0 Tottenham Hotspur victory, that would pay $25,000 even with only $500 work. And if this game ends in a 2-all draw, you're looking at a cool $9,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Spurs, looking good of late. City smarting from that 2-1 loss to United. They're at home. I think they'll play very inspired football. I'm going all the way out there. City, 4-1. $9,000 even with a $500 bet. City at odds of $1.36 to win the game straight up. Might not be that lucrative. Definitely correct score betting is the way to go, especially for City fans.
How much? What did you call it? 2-1?
I called it City handily, 4-1.
Oh, I thought. Well, I'm not going as exorbitant as that, but I think it will be a 3-1 scoreline to City, who will be looking to rebound after that disappointing loss against Man U. So, City to win 3-1.
All right. Well, that would pay $5,500 in winnings with a $500 bet, and definitely City will be looking to show that they are still a top team to contend with in the EPL. I think they'll do that come Thursday.
All right, and the final one we'll be looking at also from the EPL, where Chelsea will play at Liverpool. This should be a good game as well.
Absolutely. If you take what has happened in EPL action between these two teams over the last 2 to 3 years, then you know they play each other very, very hard. As a matter of fact, the last time there was an outright winner between these two teams in EPL action was back in September 2020 when Chelsea snatched the game by 1-0. Both these teams have had lackluster seasons. Here it is that the Reds of Liverpool and the Blues of Chelsea are tied on 28 points. Liverpool holding down 9th position on the EPL table on goal difference. That, of course, has Chelsea in 10th position. The Reds of Liverpool at home favored to win $1.85 according to the Just Bet final result bet option. The Blues of Chelsea, the underdog, the road team, attracting odds of $4 even. The draw attracts odds of $3.75. Correct score bets that you can place on this game include, if it's the Reds of Chelsea winning by 2-1, a $500 bet pays $4,200 in winnings. Liverpool 1-0, $4,600 on offer with a $500 bet. Liverpool 2-0, $5,000 even for $500 work. Now for Chelsea, correct score bets include, if they win 1-0, $7,000 even with a $500 bet. If this game ends in a 1-1 draw, a $500 bet would pay $3,500 in winnings, and if this game ends in a 2-2 draw, you're looking at $6,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. The last time, or the last two games that these two teams played in EPL action ended in drawn results. Liverpool for me, 2-1 at home, $4,200 on offer with a $500 bet. No drawn result for me this one. The Reds of Liverpool, $1.85 at home, straight up.
I'm calling it for a 1-1 draw.
My word. A 1-1 draw.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Which is not far-fetched at all. Not far-fetched according to the history. A 1-1 draw in this game nets you $3,500 in winnings with $500 work.
All right, take it away, my boss.
Yeah, whole lot to bet on, folks. Do remember the Australian Open. You can place a bet on now. It was Novak Djokovic. For example, I was watching in straight sets in first round action. A lot of bets on tap for the Australian Open in the world of tennis. Cricket. Yes, the game of glorious uncertainty. A couple of ODIs being played right now, especially in the Middle East and, of course, across Asia. You can bet on that as well. NFL on and popping. We're going to the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, heading to Super Bowl next month, but the action will be great. They call this one in the NFL the greatest sporting weekend in the NFL, the divisional round on. You can bet on that. NBA action on in earnest. All of those sports and more. When you visit justbetja.com or justbet location near you, we invite you to get in the game and win big. Of course, always a pleasure joining you, Orville, to your team and to your listeners. Stay safe, enjoy the game. Catch you Thursday, my friend. We'll talk then.
All right, Jesse, big up, and we talk again, man. All right, we take the break. That was the Just Bet Winner Z, sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
This is your Gatorade moment. The extra energy, push, fuel you need to take every day to the next level. Fluids to hydrate, electrolytes to replenish, and carbohydrates to fuel. The greats never settle. Fuel your day with Gatorade, the greatest sports fuel of all time. Now available in 1 liter.
Well, if you want buy appliances for your home with the quality high and the price low, get it on a Bashco. Get it on a Bashco. 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 For everything where you need. Bashco. Quality service guaranteed and a Bashco. Get it on a Bashco gives you more. Yeah, Bashco. Get furniture for your house, bed linen, everything for your kitchen, rugs, mugs and more at Bashco. The store that gives you more. Bashco.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
Alrighty then, welcome back. Faithful is back, Sean? No.
Alright, so the numbers are, let's give back the numbers again so that you can re-engage us. 876-968-8117. So call through and let your voice be heard. 876-968-8117. Somebody just sent me that LeBron James has now played 1,400 games, and that it took Kareem 1,560 games
to get to his mark.
So for what it's worth,
I know you have 82 games per regular season.
Yeah.
So you can do the math.
Right.
Because it's really, because I might play a season and only play 2 games in or whatever. So it's important to don't look at the seasons, look at the amount of games if you want to look at who is doing it.
So Kareem 1,560 games, LeBron 1,400 games to date. So
very impressive.
It is a, what's that? 160 more games it took Kareem for the scoring title.
Yes.
For what that is worth. What else is there to talk about? You follow well, people are now wondering if Tom Brady will call it quits for good now that he's lost. So I want the NFL types to come and tell us, should Tom Brady just call it quits?
Well, I understand why a man his age would retire and then come back. You know, I'm going to think people in their early 30s would retire and then come back. When they reach close to 40, you ever see anybody in professional sport retiring in 40s and coming back in the 40s as well?
Well, so what you say? I'm going to continue forever and ever.
Well, I don't know what to think about Tom Brady because I didn't even understand the decision in the first place to come back.
Yeah.
Let's find he's what now? Tom Brady, 45 years old. So when he retired, it was probably 43. It is unheard of to see somebody retire at 43 and then come back in the sport at a professional level.
Yeah. All right, so the calls are about to come back. Faithful, if you can, give us back a call. The line that just sounded rather terrible, and we couldn't hear you very well. So take the opportunity now. Mr. Morrison is our first-time caller from Old Harbour. We'll go to him now. Mr. Morrison, sir. Hello?
Turn him up.
Yeah, I know some of us talk about Mr. Zidane match was on in topic with Messi and LeBron James because Mr. Zidane always say people are LeBron James haters and Messi haters. But I feel like him a clock haters, you know. Yes about that.
I'm a who?
Clock haters, the man that control Liverpool coach. Yes
no, sir. Them being a hater, I'm going to beat up Klopp at the time now every day.
Man. Yeah, I beat up with a Klopp. I don't know why.
But I'm saying, no, but hold on, Mr. Morrison.
You're a coach, a good coach, but I don't know why you beat up man.
No, hold on, Mr. Morrison. If I was a Klopp hater, wouldn't now be the best time for me to beat Klopp every day I come on the radio? You realize how hard they talk about Klopp?
I don't know why Mr. Yesterday I mentioned Mr. Klopp. One call a land come going on up in December, you know, when you beat him, you know. Because here we go now. My side now do so good right now. And right now, I'm not telling you, you ever talk about goat mouth?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I feel like I goat mouth on the side now. Because before the season even starts, I thought I match out. You say my side, no, you're not going to talk.
Should it be seen as automatic? Somebody said they were automatic, and I said, no, you can't look at this team and think they will be automatic. No.
So why analyze it that way and become second to the best side in a league?
Because we operate at a far higher level than the regular people.
No, man, I feel like a bias.
No, man, them think they know the regular man can't see them something when I see my boss. I don't saw it.
Because here where you bias now. You see Mr. Pep, you're good.
Yeah.
It's just that my coach, I only coach with him a fight in England. Right now, I tell you the truth.
Yeah, but
my coach, I only coach. I just coach him come like, that's what I say.
But right now,
yeah, go on.
But right now, Arsenal is way ahead of Pep. So if somebody another coach is...
Yes, because Arsenal too. I'm going to say you're biased. Because me hear you come from radio and say, Arteta, I eat that coach. And you beat man wicked.
I said it was a that coach?
No, not really that coach.
Okay.
You're not ready yet. You're not ready yet.
Good, sir. Yes.
So why you beat the man, man?
Because he was struggling at the time badly.
That's true. We not say no still. But remember, management I tell you, give man some time. The man is a young coach. That means management I tell you. And you see now, and in the 2 year now. And you see man turn one Arsenal. Me not look for Arsenal to top of the league.
No, in final, I see what me say now. Arteta saw what Zidane saw in the team, and they are doing exactly what they should have been doing.
You see it? You said the praise.
They could have done better. They could have done better than before, and now Arteta is showing us that. So me win the argument in them about.
No, man, it's not a winning team.
Manningsman was arguing. No, Manningsman was arguing. Hold on. Mr. Morris, I'm glad you remember. Mr. Morris, I'm glad you remember everything. You know. Manningsman was arguing that the players weren't good enough, and I was telling him that not go so. Okay. So all of us know the players good. So I was right all along.
More than good enough, but the man do what he have to do.
No man, the players have quality.
Around and compete in the Premier League. That's the man doing now. He must compete or come. Not gonna lie.
Well, he's doing very well. He's doing very well.
Yeah, you see me. And what we never say now. What we never talk on about Chelsea. And Chelsea not perform. Beat the Chelsea coach, no man.
Well, we have spoke about that. The manager, the owner, got it wrong. In hindsight, he should not have removed Tuchel.
Because Chelsea, you have Chelsea to top in a top 4, so not go.
Yes, I'm shocked what I'm seeing from Chelsea.
All right, I know, like them want make it top 4.
But I'm struggling badly with the boss.
My side look like they're not going to make it either.
And Newcastle not going away, you know. That a lot of persons think Newcastle would have fall away, you know. So even though Liverpool is not doing well, Liverpool fans think, yeah.
Newcastle play good, man, tell a lie.
Yes.
Trust me, man. So it look like between Newcastle, City, Man U, and Arsenal. Come back at them for it. Tottenham not playing a ball now.
No, a lot of games remaining still, but...
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Enough game left.
Yeah, because we just...
I'm not sure, but it's just one problem I have. So my time, I say, come like you kind of bias. Love. To me coach.
You want me to like your coach?
Well, I feel like everybody else for like.
All right, Mr. Morrison, from Ottawa Harbour. As a first time call. Me like your sound. Call more often.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I'm know your sister now. Marcia now. You work with me now.
Oh, good.
Ministry of Education. I never work with me.
All right, you know my sister work at the ministry. Big up.
Yeah, big up.
All right, then. Big up yourself, sir.
But my sister afraid of the limelight, you know. She don't like us. She said, Orville, don't put no picture with me. Are you know weird? All right, what do we do now?
All right. Oh, the lines are available. Where are the people, them, man? Don't laugh. People them like to argue a lot outside the sports decks with me, you know.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to the radio, now they fear.
I know quite a few people like that.
Yeah, man, very fearful.
But on your line or on the Facebook, they're like, whoa. And I always say 876 968. Just like how I give you the number now. 876 968 8117. And then they start retreat. Do we have one now? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Eggy.
Yes, who we have?
A Prophet, man.
Yes, Prophet.
Yeah, me I said me want to get a little post-voting analysis.
Go on now.
You know, so me almost vote for St. Diego still.
Yeah.
See why issue now. When me looking at it, me I say, boy, you can't have a Brambles call for the year and still get call of the year.
He made a Brambles call for the year?
Yeah, man, that thought that way me was a low blow for say, boy, I barely carry for Mr. Mikey Walling. Make it so you say.
Boy,
so, after you say that kind of take him out, I voting for him.
I think he said it could be, because I don't want him to say I misquote him. He said it could be seen.
Yes.
Which is right, but
nobody except him saw it like that.
So I am saying that I thought it was too much of a low blow, you know.
It wouldn't.
And it affect him where the voting is concerned. But it's a good caller still, you know. But the still said that kind of get him in a kind of, you know.
Yeah.
It never really add up. Very much I have to say.
Well, you hear Highgate's call when him talk about San Diego. You did listen to Highgate say? You never hear what Highgate say?
I never hear what he say.
Oh, all right. When Highgate, if you call him back, remind us what you said. I'm leaving it right there. What else, yeah?
But definitely, Marcus Rashford was definitely offside. Definitely offside. I think that is a big blunder, and it all would say so much people now involved in the football, and we still have it them kind of bad call there, you know. Because normally you have a poor official, and now you have VAR officials, and it's still come like it not benefit the game where it's supposed to, because when something's clear, it's like it's still difficult to then work through it.
Yes.
But definitely Marcus Rashford was offside in that game, man. But
yeah, man, most definitely.
Who to tell? Don't know. But I think that look bad still, and the aspect that it is so much people being involved in the game, and it still have them kind of glitches there.
You believe that since VAR has come in?
But congratulations to economists still.
Oh, okay.
Very, 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 very good.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man. Respect Mr. Higgins.
Yeah, man.
And Zidane.
Yes, sir. Big up yourself. Thanks
I
for
think Zidane for changing name, though, you know, because he need for changing name to Christopher Messi matches. No.
You think so?
Yeah,
I might do that, you know. I might do that, you know, my boss. Big up yourself.
All right, sir.
Cool. Who we have now, Sean? Mr. Banton?
Yeah, man. Hello, man. Them. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My boss.
Yeah, man. Orville, Banton. We met at the cricket the other day.
Oh, yes, Mr. Banton.
Yeah, man. Everything all right?
If only, well, should I say anything else?
Just go and hold it for now.
I hold it for now.
Yeah, man. Respect. Zidane, where were you, man? We made you wax about Lara that when you grew up, you almost every time you watch Lara, but you look like you make 100. Think you're down there.
I never felt so well in the morning when Sean called me and asked me if I'm ready to go.
Oh, sorry to hear that. You're good now, though?
Yeah, man.
Respect. Orville, question. I realized you were down there for some personal business. Do you think the event was promoted?
Was promoted?
Yeah, I guess it's people saying it was not properly promoted. Lots of people saying they didn't know about it and they didn't hear about it until the day off. Do you think it was promoted?
Boy, honestly, I don't know, but if
it wasn't heavily promoted.
But for that kind of crowd, how would that kind of crowd be there if it wasn't promoted?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Well, it was promoted, but
it was promoted.
It was heavily promoted. But I guess he was smart with the promotion then.
Yeah.
Because we promoted it here, which is good. But
I don't know. I look at the crowd. It's the crowd I'm using as a kind of index for how well it was known. And Lord, yesterday kind of turnout. So I don't know how to answer that.
Oh, okay.
You don't think so?
I listen. I expected to see a lot more people who I knew, who I know that like sports and like cricket and love Lara, and I didn't see them. And when I asked them, they said they didn't know. But that's just my circle. My circle is probably very small. So
hold on, Banter. Let's set the break and come. Hold on.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
Omega Radio now presents a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
Protection measures for persons who are in or have recently visited areas where COVID-19 is spreading. Stay at home if you begin to feel unwell, even with mild symptoms such as headache and slight runny nose until you recover. Avoiding contact with others and visits to medical facilities will allow these facilities to operate more effectively and help protect you and others from possible COVID-19 and other viruses. If you develop fever, cough, and difficulty breathing, seek medical advice promptly, as this may be due to a respiratory infection or other serious condition. Call in advance and tell your provider of any recent travel or contact with travelers. Why? Calling in advance will allow your healthcare provider to quickly direct you to the right health facility. This will also help to prevent possible spread of COVID-19 and other viruses.
Omega Radio has just presented a health alert, sponsored by New Budget Supplies, always the best prices, and Bashco, the store that gives you more.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk, on Omega Radio.
All right, so we're back with you, Banton. I'm talking to people now in the break from St. Elizabeth who are saying that they didn't think it was as heavily promoted as it could be.
Oh.
So, but with that kind of crowd, then suppose it was promoted.
Well, I probably should give thanks that it wasn't promoted properly then, because but it was crazy to find parking and hungry nearly kilo down there, man, because the line to get some food were terrible. So, but I don't know.
I thankfully never had to wait.
Mm-hmm.
I hear most people are saying somewhere between 7,000 and 8,000. I am very poor when it comes to judging crowds.
Oh, I was estimating in my head that because, we go show sometime parties, and I was thinking around 8,000 people.
Yeah. If 8,000 people turn up and it wasn't very well promoted. They said the venue usually can hold about 10.
Yeah.
But
I don't see where they'll put any more, in 2,000 more people still.
Well, that's my thing as well. It took me, I came through the wrong gate. Because there's apparently what you call a VIP gate that I should have come through. But it's like first I got the place and I took a wrong turn. I come through the, let's call it the regular gate. And it took me about an hour from the like the venue is like about 100 meters from off the main road.
Right.
And it took me almost an hour to get in. The amount of vehicle and people in front of me. So
yeah, it took me around that time for you to get parking and then to get in. Yeah, man. But and I'm familiar with the area, and funny enough, that's the very first time I've been to that venue, and it's my ends really. That's where I'm going out,
Yes.
Look a vacation or whatever, and it's the very first time I'm going around there.
It's a lovely place, though. It's a lovely
yeah,
facility.
man. Nice place to play some cricket, man. But I just want to address something I heard yesterday, I think, on the program where somebody was beating the organizer, saying the field wasn't in good condition. Listen, man. As I say, I'm familiar with the area. That place don't get rain. So whatever the organizers did with that field for that match is the very best they could do.
Oh.
If rain fall at that place, the rest of Jamaica need boats. So trust me, the best them could have do for a thing like that. But the last thing before we go, as a cricket man, who you think is more revered in the region and among cricket lovers, Brian Lara or Viv Richards? Because that's a debate I'm having with a couple of friends.
It depends. It depends on which generation we're talking. So I would think people say 35 or 40 and under would say Brian Lara. I think people 40 and above would more than likely say Viv. But it's a very good question. Yeah. I think the 80s and 70s generation, people who were watching cricket in that time would say Viv. I think the people who were watching in the 90s up to when Brian left would probably say Brian. So it depends on which crowd.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the two of them and I'm saying in flamboyant, that's what we Caribbean people love with our batsmen, and both of them really have that in abundance. I mean,
but during their playing time, Viv Richards was more revered by Caribbean people than Brian was when them playing, because largely there was a lot of people who were not big fans of Brian while he was playing. I don't understand the kind of. I'm not saying I don't understand. Brian Lara has gotten a lot of adoration post-retirement that he wasn't getting when he was playing,
Really?
Yes, no, man. Remember, at one point in time, Brian Lara was not... First, you remember that incident with Courtney Walsh?
Yeah,
when he was fighting against Walsh for the captaincy.
Yeah.
Jamaican people used to have to defend him hard on the program. And they said he was a spoiled brat and he had to retire from cricket, said cricket was ruining his life. So he had a lot of detractors, and a lot of that was happening at the time when West Indies were losing. That Lara was, what the word them say, sabotaging the team, and Viv Richards during his time was getting no such flack from the public. Viv Richards was seen as the ultimate. But post-retirement now, Brian Lara's support base is probably as big as for Viv when the two of them stopped playing. But during them playing days, Viv Richards was more revered by West Indian fans.
Jamaicans still got them kind of Jamaica versus whatever thing when it comes to the sportsmen, because I love Curtly Ambrose more than I love Courtney Walsh, and Courtney Walsh.
Well, there you go. I remember a test match when at one point the crowd had come to Savannah Park for Boo Brian when they thought he was fighting against Courtney for the captaincy, and Courtney, I remember the gesture very well. Just before they came out, he hugged Brian at the boundary edge.
Mm-hmm.
And
I remember that.
You remember that? Kind of take off like the heat.
Yeah.
Brian didn't enjoy Viv's immense popularity while they were playing, but I suppose now that him in retirement, I will realize we not gonna get nobody like that for another long while.
I have to appreciate and enjoy.
Yeah.
Man.
So maybe they enjoy equal status now, but
right.
when they were playing, Viv.
All right. Just before I go, final thing for you this time. You realize certain man was not there much any at all, playing or in attendance.
I don't want to say nothing more about that, boss.
Let me just say a name and run off for the line. Marlon Samuel. Later, gentlemen.
Later, Banton.
Guidance.
Music time now?
Yes.
All right. Which music we play?
All right. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. And this one is from Mr. Vegas. God good.
Yo, Danger, me want tell you how God good. Yeah, some people run your try pies you up and that no work. Because Father God at work. Sing this. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worried about? If you know the Lord is keeping you, why don't you sing and shout? Glory, hallelujah, praise his name. Every day he's just the same. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worrying about? God good, God good, God good, God good. Put up your hand from your know God good. Or him or the man, me I tell you God good. Me now watch them plan, me I tell you God good. Plane lift up on a land, me know say God good. Say God good, God good, God good. Some man a talk about say that them money good, and some woman a talk say that them body good. But if you're not talk about God, that no good. If a money you a worship, that no good. Every time you wake up, remember God good. Food in your plate, just remember God good. You no get no belly ache, remember God good. God no make no mistakes, so sing. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worrying about? If you know the Lord is keeping you, why don't you sing and shout? Glory, hallelujah, praise his name. Every day he's just the same. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worrying about? God good. God good, God good, God good. Jump and shock out, you know say God good. Bounce all about, you know say God good. Me have the ball out, me know say God good. Let me tell you how me know say God good. God good, God good, God good. What day some man run out with them machine and shoot a baby, she end up on life machine. Doctor, nurse, them right or off clean, but the baby wake up because God intervene. My father drop out when me at 13, but mama make we belly full and we clothes clean. We share up the pound of rice and sardine. Now mama eating oxtail and butter bean. God for the rain and make we get greens and give we water from the rivers and the streams. God kind, but why some people so mean? Me know me soon see rain of the queen. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worried about? If you know the Lord is keeping you, why don't you sing and shout? Glory, hallelujah, praise his name. Every day he's just the same. If you know the Lord is keeping you, what are you worrying about? God good. God good, God good, God good. Put up your hand from your know God good. Or him or the man, me I tell you God good. Me now watch them plan, me I tell you God good. Plane lift up on a land, me know say God good. Say God good, God good, God good. Some man a talk about say that them money good, and some woman a talk say that them body good. But if you're not talk about God, that no good. If a money you a worship, that no good. Every time you wake up, remember God good. Food in your plate, just remember God good. You no get no belly ache, remember God good. God no make no mistakes, so sing. Yeah, God is good all the time. Easy CJ. Watch this, same way.
All right, so that's Vegas, and it's God Good, brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. All right, so the man who calls himself MU, but we really should be calling him CR7, joins us right now. Hello. Hello.
What Orville? So like Zidane today.
Zidane just step out, but I suspect he should soon be back.
Oh.
What you want to say about Ronaldo today now?
No, man, the topic of me and them talk about yesterday.
Which one? Which one?
The one that them talk about poverty.
Oh.
And me don't follow you, you know, with what you say. But I think poverty are the more main reasons. Yeah, because this generation of youth, yeah, them two things for me.
All right, so Zidane come back, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Zidane. Yeah, about the topic what we talk about yesterday, man. About the poverty. I mean, I said, but I go with Orville, but I think that are the main reason.
Orville was saying it was not the main reason?
Yes.
I didn't hear Orville saying that.
I'm thinking poverty is one of the ways where it
one
starts.
of the reasons.
So what's the main mindset? What's the main reason?
No, I'm not saying it.
So why are the poor people alone have the mindset?
That's a good question. Yeah. But I'm saying even when they get money, they start poor, a lot of them, you know.
Yes.
But then they get money and still stay, in other words.
Some of them come out still.
Some.
Yeah.
But some stay.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe they grew up in it now and them just love it.
Bet.
No, but may I say, by reason is why they do that react.
No, don't say reason. No, don't say reason. Say the main reason, because there are a slew of different reasons for people getting involved in violent crime. So say the main reason. So give us your main reason.
But poverty wouldn't be the main reason.
So may I say, give me your main reason.
May I tell you, say the youth them not no love. That's my main reason.
Oh, okay.
Because back in the days, when me and my friend then used to have argument and we fight. We are friend back a couple of days after our same day or something. Then I used to when them and them friend fight, they want to kill them, they want to shoot them and them things then. So the youth them nowadays more violent, they're not no love.
I think that is one of the reasons. Okay. I think improper parenting is another reason.
Yes.
I think no matter how poor you are, if you were raised properly, you will thief a man jelly over here, you know, and take two-man cane, but you won't kill and murder and thief.
No. So proper upbringing is one of the greatest. Yes. I have that in my top 3. Poverty, lack of education, and poor parenting.
No, but
that's my top 3.
Enough youth educated same way and still do violent things.
Yeah, but they're giving some examples that we know. That's why we say main reason, and we don't say the only reason. That's why I put up that, you know. So I know that there's because I saw a youth who was executed recently by police. So them say about 13 subjects. So him never done.
Exception to the rule.
Yeah, so that is an exception.
Yeah. I think the other mindset is just some youth. Yeah. Some youths want them want to get rich too quick.
Yes.
Orville.
Yeah.
Remember when we grew up in our ideas, we are playing marble. We are box truck and them things. Then you tell all them things.
You sound like a young man. You didn't grow up in the marble time?
Yeah.
They used to go a river. What if I used to go a river and them things there? And you know, you
play marble, you think in your 20s, you know?
Nah, man, I touched the 4 this year, man.
Hold the line, we take a break.
I'm on a 34 and still play marble.
I don't know about that. We think marble.
We don't hear about marble.
Yeah. All right, hold the line, we're coming back.
The JSC Group, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Jamaica Central Securities Depository Limited, and JCSD Trustee Services, providing a fair, efficient, and transparent stock market for over 45 years. The time by the Jamaica Stock Exchange Group is 2:15.
Well, if you want buy appliances for your home with the quality high and the price low, get it on a Bashco. Get it on a Bashco. 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 For everything where you need. Bashco. Quality service guaranteed and a Bashco. Get it on a Bashco that gives you more. Yeah, Bashco. Get furniture for your house, bed linen, everything for your kitchen, rugs, mugs, and more at Bashco. The store that gives you more. Bashco.
Top of the hour to you and yours. You're listening to Omega Radio, the station of the stars. Don't go anywhere. Call a friend, tell a friend. Thank you so much for listening. I am Archbishop John Wayne Manning, a.k.a. Wayne Jonathan Manning I. It's good to have you right here on Omega Radio. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk on Omega Radio.
All right, welcome back. MU for your final minute.
I'm Zidane.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday video we are going on with Arsenal, the same similar goal thing.
The video we are going with
where Sanchez scored the goal.
Yes.
You see it?
Yes.
What did I say about that?
Well, they did come out and say that was the wrong decision, back then, When that goal went in, the FA did come out and the referee's body and say it should have been flagged for offside. So don't use it as reference. Don't follow people.
But you can't kill Manchester United fans then.
No, but
because it happened already.
No, but nobody's killing the United supporters.
Of course.
Yeah, because are you denying that it was an offside?
No, I'm not denying.
Well, nobody can kill you. You get the victory already. All right.
Big up on yourself.
Yeah, man. Big up MU.
Who MU?
Yeah.
All right. Alric.
Good afternoon, Orville and Zidane.
Yes, sir. How you do?
Can I talk some religion?
Religion?
Come see, man of going on social issues and poverty and all them things there. Nothing wrong with that still, but the about sports show here.
Yeah.
And people are waiting and hold up the line. Where's Lenny Hyde now?
Well, Lenny Hyde played the Chaperton Maroon players.
The day before, him have a Premier League match, right?
With these players.
So them play the Saturday and the Premier League match was the Sunday.
Yes.
And apparently the man get burned out.
Yeah, man, they felt the effects in that second half, my boss. They were run all over the place in the second half. Tight first half game, you can see that the fatigue setting. Especially when a team doesn't have a lot of changes on the bench as well.
And as a result, the man fired.
Well, they are saying that hold on. Let's be clear. Lenny Hyde was the one who mentioned that those set of facts that I just mentioned, I thought I heard an interview with an official who was saying that it was for the overall bad results that they fired him for. But Lenny Hyde was the one who made mention. Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, come look on the thing. But Premier League, JPL on the website, you can look at to see who are lead and so forth.
Who's leading?
Yeah. They don't have a website that you can check
yeah,
these
man.
things.
Yeah, man.
What's the name of the website?
I think I would have to double check.
Yeah, because based on poor results, them the 11th night table on a 14-man league, after playing 10 matches, win 2, draw 2, lose 6, they find 8 points out of possible 30 points.
Yes.
You get 5 MK ball, and especially with Rogue One.
Yeah, man.
You go play your ball of them, most of your ball of them the day before, and we have a Premier League match. You can't treat them on them big team like that. And they have a coach.
It seems as if the hierarchy was disappointing with that.
Yeah, you can't do that. You actually managing like a party shop.
Mm-hmm.
And the party shop run better than that.
Yes.
So, let me see. The Lebanese has really come out strong against the man though.
Mm-hmm.
I found a good friend down the road this morning.
Boy, man, clean up a man, the boss. Man, beat up Pioneer. Or I'll beat up Pioneer bad this man. Yes.
What was Pioneer saying?
Boy, the man
But Pioneer is the man where you have I never pads that.
No, well, he's not him alone though.
But
he was saying this morning that LeBron James will go play some defense and stop chase Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal.
Yes, I don't understand why